Hey, everybody. I just wanted to real quick go over how to do a horizontal analysis on a balance sheet. We also got a video on how to do a horizontal analysis on an income statement if you need that, and I'll put a link to it down in the description of this video, depending on which one you're trying to work with. So what you can see up here is I've got a balance sheet as of December 31st, 2021. So this gives me the balance of my permanent accounts, my assets, my liabilities, and my equity. And then the balance of those accounts again at the end of December 2022. And so all a horizontal analysis is a means by which we compare one year against another. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with copying. I'm just going to copy and paste my information here. In fact, even before I do that, I'm going to make it so it'll fit nicely. But I'm just going to copy and paste this information right there. And I'm going to label this as 2022, since it was the information I took off my 2022 balance sheet. And then I'm going to take the same information from 2021 and paste that in there. So now I'm looking at my 2022 and 2021 balance sheet information just side by side. So I have all that together where I can get a good look at it. Already I'm starting to be able to make some comparisons. I can see that my cash went up a little bit in 2022. My fees receivable, meaning money owed to me by my clients, went down a little bit. My supplies asset went up a little. My studio equipment went up quite a bit. So I can see that already just by putting them side by side. And so all the horizontal analysis does is it helps me quantify this a little better. So I'm actually going to just create another column, and I'm going to call it change. And it'll be the change from 2021 to 2022. And to find that, all I'm going to do is subtract the 2022 amount, or the more recent year. Subtract the older year from the more recent year, and that'll give me the amount of change. So now instead of just seeing my cash went up, I can see my cash increased by $2,585. And I'm just going to fill that formula all the way down. I'll delete it here where there's blanks, just so it's not confusing. And now I'm able to see how much things changed, right? My cash went up by $25.85. My fees receivable went down by $44.51. My studio equipment here went up by $49,000, etc. So I can see all those changes from year to year on the accounts. This also can help me get an idea of how maybe I paid for some things, right? I can see, if my equipment went up by $49,000, how did I pay for that? Well, at least in part, I can see I issued more stock, 25,000 more. So that's probably at least how I paid for some of that. All right. So then I'll add one more column, and I'll label it percent change. And to find the percent change, all I'm going to do is take the amount of the change and divide it by the older year. So in this case, 2021. And again, I'll fill that all the way down, but I'll delete these areas where things are zero. And then probably just to make it look prettier to look at, I'll tell Excel, make this a percent and give me 1 decimal. So now I'm able to very quickly compare 2 years side by side by seeing the amount of change that occurred and then the percentage change. This allows me to see that, of course, my largest change was 51%. Actually, no, my largest was right here. Accounts payable went up by 95%. So I owe some people more money than I did before. But my notes payable, my long-term debt, actually went down a little bit. So it looks like, if we're wondering how we paid for this equipment, for example, it looks like probably some of it came from our capital stock, and we must have maybe paid some more from the profits of the company. But we don't know that for sure. So again, what this helps us do as a business owner looking at these numbers, or as someone who's helping that business owner, is identify some questions we want to ask, right? And that will help us to pinpoint major changes and then find out if there's something we can do to continue the positive changes, keep making those positive decisions, or things we can do to mitigate or reduce those negative changes. And so that's how we use horizontal analysis. That's how you do one. And then how we use it is to recognize things. I want to understand why my accounts payable went up by almost double. And so this helps me recognize it quickly and then get to those questions. Anyway, I hope that was useful to you. Again, as always, if you have questions, put them down in the comments and I will answer them for you. If you find this useful at all, please like, share it, or even better yet, subscribe, and that will move us up in the algorithms so that it's available to more people. Anyway, thanks very much. I hope this was helpful to you, and have a great day.